Hello everyone, I am Salsabila with last 3 digit of my NPM 163. In this challenge, I'm gonna present to you guys 3 chapter at once from chapter 4 till chapter 6. Overall, these chapters discuss about competencies in talent management. So, for further understanding, let's jump to the material. Chapter 4 Formulating Competencies. First, competency and its importance. Second, competency formulation, a strategic process. Third, methods for formulating competencies. Fourth, potential variance, competency benchmarking. Introduction, competency and its importance. Competency and performance are often confused, leading to two main traditions, the Maxwellian approach and the Shipman approach. The Maxwellian approach, originating from a 1973 article, aims to challenge the overuse of IQ tests in selection and the lack of evidence of how other attributes positively affect performance. It suggests that a competency is any attribute, such as knowledge, skill, or motivation, that differentiates outstanding from average performance. The Shipman approach, on the other hand, focuses on understanding what makes the difference between outstanding and average performers, identifying what gives the outstanding performers the edge. Job analysis is a traditional talent management tool that focuses on the content and requirements of a role to define effective performance. However, fixed job requirements are outdated in today's fast-paced environment. Instead, the person's knowledge and approach to the role are more important in shaping the role. Therefore, defining the knowledge, skills, abilities, and other characteristics for effective performance is crucial in today's talent management environment. Iceberg Model of Competencies by Spencer and Spencer, 1943. The iceberg model of competencies illustrates that visible competencies are just the tip of the iceberg, while deeper, hidden traits influence performance but remain unseen. Above the surface or the visible part, including knowledge, such as facts, theories, and information, and skills, including learned abilities, such as technical or communication skills, while below the surface, or the hidden part, including social role, such as self-image and perception of one's role, self-concept, including personal values, beliefs, and attitudes, traits, such as natural behaviors and personality traits, and motive, including deep-root drivers influencing actions and decisions. While knowledge and skills can be trained, deeper competencies such as motive, traits, and self-concept are harder to develop and crucial for long-term success. Competencies formulating. It forms by 4 steps. Step 1 involves defining the value the organization adds to its customers, going beyond product description. This step introduces the concept of core competencies, which are the knowledge, skills, abilities, and other characteristics that distinguish the company overall. These attributes can be categorized into customer focus, working to complete tasks, or environmentally friendly materials. Step 2 introduce the concept of core competencies. This can be defined at a company level the same way as personal competencies, but at the company level. The knowledge, skills, abilities, and/or other characteristics that distinguish the company overall. These are often referred to as core competencies. The wording is important. Distinguish the company. Later, we will ensure that this can be described at the level of an individual. Many teams easily come up with defines them. For example, customer focus or working to complete the task. Step 3. The discussion of the values that define the company and how they relate to the core competencies. This discussion should be deep and protracted, as it is the essence of strategic discussion. Step 4. The discussion of the knowledge, skills, abilities, and behaviors that people bring to the organization. The key question is how these characteristics drive performance in the organization. The main method for formulating competencies is to focus on the implication for the rest of the strategic levels. Method for formulating competencies. There are 3 major approaches for formulating the competencies. First, Job success research. It involves conducting critical incident interviews to analyze real examples of behaviors that distinguish top performers from average ones. This approach focuses on identifying specific actions, decisions, and thought process that lead to success in a given role. Second, expert panels. Collaboration to define essential competencies. Through brainstorming, discussion, and ranking exercise to determine the most relevant attributes needed for effective performance. Generic model by Goldman is the result of a 4-point cross consisting of management, awareness, self, and others. Awareness cross self will result to emotional self-awareness, accurate self-awareness, and self-confidence, while awareness of others will result to empathy, organization awareness, and service. Self-management will result to self-control, transparency, adaptability, achievement, initiative, and optimism, while management of others will result to inspiration, influence, developing offers, change catalyst, conflict management, and teamwork and collaboration. Potential variants, competency benchmarking. There are a number of variants that are emerging in light of using competencies more strategically. One is to benchmark a group within an organization in relation to an external benchmark. While this has been a practice for some time, the demands of matching samples to match company strategy means that there has to be some refinement. For example, if you are benchmarking your sales force, it will not be sufficient to benchmark them against all sales force. Putting competencies at the heart of strategic discussion enables the talent manager to have a more profound business impact and competencies to endure in an organization. Well, that's the end of the fourth chapter. We're gonna continue to the fifth chapter, driving expertise and innovation through competency development. This chapter will discuss about the competency fundamental, competency models and profiles, competencies in performance, learning and development, competencies applied to deployment and readiness, and developing expertise to drive innovation. Competency fundamental. Based on Alliger et al. 2012, a competency defined as a behavior or skill that can be observed, measured, and learned, and that contributes to success on the job. Competencies are essentials for a company's success, as they consist of skills and behaviors that can be observed, measured, and contribute to on-the-job success. Leadership competencies are generalizable to all positions, include areas like communicates effectively, manages conflict, and collaborates. Technical competencies, on the other hand, are specifically related to a job function or target area of expertise. Most everyone requires some level of technical competence, but the importance of technical skills diminishes significantly as a person's career progresses. Competencies models and profile. Competency models are essential tools for defining the unique combination of competencies that predict success in a specific context, such as an organizational context, business function, or individual. These models can be categorized into role-specific success profile, position-level specific success profiles, and organization-level competency models. An accurate success profile represents the ideal competency texture for a particular context, describing those who perform well and deliver results in that context. Performance takes more than competence. Employees who consistently deliver desired performance are motivated, willing to choose behaviors that result in desired achievement, and benefit from an environment free from unnecessary hindrances. When identifying the competencies to be used in an interview context, it's not enough to just consider importance to the job. Supply and development difficulty should also be considered. There are competencies that may be critically important to the context but are in high supply, and likely also relatively easy to develop. These are price of admission competencies that, based on inference made from normative data and/or pre-interview screening, may be assumed to be adequate for the context. For instance, interviewing someone on drives results may be a waste of interview time since it's in high supply, easy to develop, and probably validated through pre-interview screening. Competencies in performance, learning, and development. Performance problems resulting from a lack of knowledge and skills occur when the employee encounters something new, such as a new job, a new process, a new technology, even a new customers. Dealing with just about anything new requires new knowledge and skills. Fortunately, people are amazing learning creatures and, in many jobs, are able to climb the learning curve pretty quickly even without intervention, if they are motivated. The root cause of poor performance, then, is more likely to come from environmental hindrances or lack of willingness than from lack of know-how. Experience play a key role in development, and developmental jobs provide opportunities for practicing new skills, gaining new perspective, and developing competence. Developmental jobs of necessity include a risk of failure. It's nearly impossible to learn anything without the opportunity to fail. Persevering through failures in order to learn leads to psychological rewards and engagement. Fear of failure and prolonged attempts to learn without sense of success are both psychologically punishing and lead to disengagement. A job that is appropriately challenging and provides opportunity to learn and master new skills is engaging, while a job that provides little or no challenge and no opportunity for failure is not developmental and fails to engage. Competencies applied to deployment and readiness. Talent development is crucial for building a talent pipeline and ensuring that the right people are in the right positions at the right time. Succession planning is a long-term process that evaluates jobs and talent, aiming to match talent with appropriate developmental jobs. It systematically evaluates jobs and talent, deciding to deploy key talent into suitable jobs to meet the business's current operating needs and develop a robust talent pipeline. However, there are two objectives. First, deploying proven talent into jobs that require learning and growth. Second, deploying people into jobs where they already have the opportunity to fail. Competency assessment contributes to determining readiness, and it's essential to consider readiness to leave the current role when deploying talent. By focusing on both development and readiness, organizations can ensure that their talent pipeline is robust and ready for future roles. Developing expertise to drive innovation. Competence implies good performance, solid performance, and expected performance, but expertise goes beyond this to yield unexpected and highly valuable results. Expertise is a rare level of competence that is critical to driving innovation, which is essential for achieving profitable growth. In a dynamic competitive landscape, CEOs must be intentional about innovation, focusing on creating and implementing new and different products and services. Experts possess a unique combination of passion, experience, and motivation, which makes them stand out in their field. Their deep expertise, derived from their deep knowledge and intuition, guides their problem-solving process. Experts play a crucial role in driving innovation and deserve special consideration for personal and career development. To support the careers of high-potential specialists, it's essential to build depth in their discipline, develop teaching or coaching skills, develop perspective, leverage external development opportunities, enhance self-awareness, provide thematic development in emotional intelligence or EQ, and respect the importance of personal influence. We are coming to the last material of this video. Chapter 6, Competencies for a Future Workforce. This chapter will discuss about defining competencies, types of competencies, challenges of competencies, benefits of competencies. Competencies drive integrated talent management, creating, implementing, and maintaining a competency model. Defining competencies. Key definition of competency. Competencies are the measurable knowledge, skills, abilities, and behaviors that impact the success of employees and their organizations. A competency model is a set of competencies typically and rules, and carefully selected in alignment with expected achievement of business goals and strong employee performance. Competency management is the set of management policies and practices that identify, align, and optimize the skills and competencies required of all job roles to deliver on an organization's business strategy. Types of competencies. Organizational competencies. It's including social responsibility and customer focus, and are essential values that underpin the overall value of a company. Functional competencies. It's cascade from core competencies and describes specific skills and standards of performance needed by an individual working associated with specific work functions or business units. Job competencies, also called occupational competencies, are cascade from core and functional competencies and are anchor directly to the specific behaviors, skills, and knowledge required for exceptional performance in a specific job. Last, leadership competencies describe the factors that lead to success for all supervisors, managers, and leaders, senior staff, executive, and others who occupy management and leadership roles. Challenge of competencies. First, competency management is treated as an HR process rather than a business imperative. Second, identification of critical competencies can be difficult. Third, alignment of competency development with business goals is weak. Fourth, investment in competency management is deprioritized. Fifth, competency-based talent process require upgrading stakeholders' capability. Sixth, competencies are too often paper-based. Seventh, competency-based process require a disciplined approach to job and work analysis. Eighth, business-driven competency design requires a well-thought-out plan. Ninth, launching competencies rarely goes smoothly. 10th, competencies can be hard to maintain. Benefits of competencies. Besides its challenge, competencies of course has its benefits too. First, improve regulatory compliance. Second, enrich understanding of expected behaviors and performance. Third, improve workforce planning. Fourth, optimize development. Fifth, healthy talent pipeline. Sixth, improve operational efficiencies. Seventh, enhance management visibility. Eighth, improve candidate selection. Ninth, improve organizational performance. 10th, integrated talent management. Competencies drive integrated talent management. First, inclusion and culture. Second, workforce planning and talent analytics. Third, talent acquisition. Fourth, learning and leadership development. Fifth, performance management. Sixth, career and succession management. Seventh, provides a consistent language to talk about talent. Eighth, identifies success behaviors to improve performance. Ninth, guides talent decisions and actions in line with business and career goals. Creating, implementing, and maintaining a competency model. It's including 6 steps. Step 1. Define the objectives. During this initial step, HR and business leaders examine the business strategy, including current and future business goals, agree upon required talent outcomes, align on the skills, knowledge, behaviors, personal attributes required for achieving business goals and talent outcomes, and define the gaps between current competencies and those necessary to achieve goals and outcomes. Step 2. Gain executive support. Assuming a competency model needs to be defined for the first time or an existing model needs to be refreshed, the next step is to engage executives and other senior business leaders to get clear on the linkage between organizational and functional business strategies and the competencies necessary to support them. Step 3. Plan the approach. In this step, create the plan for designing, developing, and rolling out the competency model. Step 4. Create the model. After planning the approach for rolling out the competency model, the SWAT team is ready to create the competency model. The team has 3 choices. First, outsource development of a model. Second, customize an off-the-shelf model. Third, build a model in-house. Step 5. Apply the model. To roll out the model, the SWAT team should follow change management protocol and include model validation, clear and transparent stakeholder communication, risk mitigation, pilot testing, clear linkage of the model to business goals, and documentation and development of key activities. Step 6. Update the model. Competency model implementation does not end with a successful rollout. To keep the model fresh and aligned with changing business goals, the SWAT team sets the process for regularly collecting feedback from stakeholders about the linkage between the competency model and talent activities. Case study: Google's competency-based talent management. Google is known for its innovative and data-driven HR practice. One key element of their success is the use of competency models in hiring, performance management, and leadership development. Instead of just evaluating experience or technical skills, Google focuses on behavioral competencies that align with their company culture and strategic goals. Key competencies used. For instance, Google assesses competencies such as problem solving, collaboration, adaptability, and leadership. They also create a unique competency called Googliness, which measures innovation, teamwork, and willingness to challenge the status quo. Application in talent management. Google applies these competencies in structured behavioral interviews, where candidates are evaluated based on real past experience. They also use AI and analytics to refine their hiring process, ensuring they select top talent that fits their culture and business needs. Lessons and strategic takeaways. Google's approach highlights several best practices in competency-based management. First, competencies should be aligned with business strategy to drive organizational success. By identifying and assessing critical skills, companies can build a workforce that supports long-term goals. Use of data and AI. Another key lesson is the importance of data-driven competency assessment. Google continuously analyzes hiring and performance data to improve its selection process, ensuring that employees have both the technical and soft skills required for success. Leadership development. Google also invests in leadership competencies. Their famous Project Oxygen identify key leadership traits that influence employee performance, helping them refine leadership development programs. Continuous improvement. Finally, competencies should not be static. A business needs evolve, so should competency models. Google regularly updates its frameworks to keep up with industry change and ensure a competitive workforce. In summary, Google's success demonstrates the power of competency-based talent management in driving innovation and long-term performance. By integrating structured assessment, data analytics, and continuous improvement, organizations can optimize their workforce and sustain competitive advantage. Conclusion. Competency models play a crucial role in talent management by aligning workforce capabilities with business strategy. Effective formulation involves both HR and senior management, ensuring practical application beyond traditional HR systems. Competencies define measurable skills and behaviors essential for job success, influencing selection, development, and deployment. High-performing organizations prioritize competency management to enhance hiring, performance, and innovation. Yet, challenge remains in aligning competencies with business goals, ensuring automation, and maintaining sustainability. Ultimately, integrating well-structured competency models fosters strategic execution, workforce agility, and long-term organizational success.